All right, folks, and today I'll be sharing with you 4 very important factors when it comes to selecting a unit in the resale market, be it a resale HDB or resale private property. Because buying a resale property, in my experience, like helping so many families buy resale properties, it is a very, very emotional process. Husband will have different priorities, the wife will have different priorities. But how I've been serving my clients today, or over the past few years, would be using this 4 metrics, let's call it a framework, that I used myself when I bought my first property 3 years ago. And later on, I'll share with you how much exactly I made in terms of profits from this very property, and I'll break down my own rating of the metrics I'm talking about. What are the 4 metrics I'm talking about? Metrics. All right, go here. My voice softer a bit now. All right, so we're talking about the entry price of any purchase you're buying, the layout, the facilities, exit strategy, who you want to sell to in the future. Because like I said, husband will prefer, it happened to me. Me and my wife, we wanted to select 2 different units when we purchased. I wanted to buy something else, she wanted to buy something else. How do we compare which property is objectively a better unit? That's the word. All right. Gonna go straight to it. Entry, layout, facilities, exit strategy. You can see these are the ratings. I'll explain point by point after this. Now, let me just set this up. And then here you can see everything now. Okay, so this is the property I bought. You can see the address. I bought in 12 June 2019. Man, I don't care about this. I moved out already. I bought it for 900K, or slightly under 900,000. Let me just turn on my cursor. Cursor has to go here. There. Okay, so I bought it for 900,000, slightly under 900,000, 2019. And I'm going to go straight to the next slide, actually, in fact. All right, beside Belisa, I bought in Belisa, beside where I bought, and I've been staying here for the past 3 years, was this project called Livia. Now, Livia is, of course, it's a bigger project and all that. The units are slightly bigger also. But look at the quantum of the 3-room layouts. These are all 3-room layouts sold in 2019. So imagine back then, I had a choice to buy Belisa or Livia. If I bought Livia, I would have spent 1 mil, 1.1, 1.2, 1.08, 1.19. Okay, and when I saw the unit I eventually purchased enter the market at slightly above 900K negotiable, I thought, wow, what a good deal, all right? But I wasn't too sure, just comparing against Livia. So what I did was, I compared with other projects in the area. You can see there's a lot of condos in Pasir Ris actually. This just up the hill, we have Oasis at Elias. Now, Oasis at Elias around the same size, the same land plot, but there's a lot more units here. They jam-pack the units there also. But you can see, the same time, 2019, 3-room flats, 3-room condos going for 980. Then after that, 1.01, 980. These were earlier in the year at actually around the same time, but they got a good deal also, 900K, But I could see, the prices were trending upwards back then. Then after this range of these 2 guys sold at 900K, everyone else sold above 950. So when we look into the vicinity, oops, let me get my cursor. Yeah, you can see that Belisa was one of the few units which had units going for 900,000, one of the few projects. And then Livia was going for 1.1, Oasis 980. Right next door is Riz Grandeur, going for 1.2. Now, bear in mind, 1.2 mil because it is freehold. All right, so some people would say that, hey, freehold, okay, I'm willing to pay a bit more. But would you be willing to pay 300,000 extra for a different land title? I think, and effectively, still, 3-bedroom, all of these are 3-bedroom units, okay? You'll notice that in 2019, there were no transactions in Elias Green because they were about to go on block, so nobody sold for that 1.5 years period. So since I was in the market in Pasir Ris, these were my options. So you can see that Belisa was somehow going below market rate. It helps, one of the reasons was because it was an EC with just MOP. And if you look at other projects today in the market, which has just reached MOP, you'll notice that their pricing is slightly lower than the neighboring units. Quality also may be affected. I'll talk about quality later. Okay, but when I look at the pricing, it felt like it's very hard to go wrong. What if, like I said, we won't know whether prices will go up or go down in future. I didn't expect to be selling at the price I sold eventually today. But my thought process back then was, hey, what's the worst that can happen? If everyone crashes, I'll lose the least. Potentially, I'll be losing the least compared to buying the other units. Maybe the rest would hit a baseline of 900K and maybe Belisa would just stagnate a little bit in terms of price movement. But that was my thought process. Okay, because I felt the entry price was solid for the unit I bought. Okay, and then you can see that, oops. Okay, and then you can see in the same 2019, this is from here 2019 onwards. After I purchased my unit at 900K, I think this is mine, 900K, everyone else, in fact, there was another guy who sold before me around the same time, just a few days later. Wow, for almost 100K more, like 80K more. I didn't know that. And okay lah, maybe higher floor, but hello, just 5 floor difference, 100K. Again, I really felt that the purchase was a good buy. Bear in mind, I brought a few of my clients to see the unit together with me, but they didn't like it. But to me, price was my number one factor when I buy a house back then, first house. So I felt that was really good. It was a steal at 900K, just under 900K. Then you can see everyone else bought or sold above 900, 920, 980, 950, 970, 980 again. Eventually, by 2021, everyone was selling above 1 mil. Okay, and again, this is for me when I saw that pricing. We knew we had to take action. We knew we didn't have long before someone else would realize that this is so a good deal. Don't know why the seller agreed to sell at this price. The seller's agent did a good job convincing the seller to accept the price. Important who you choose as agent. Then I felt that, okay, let's decide. To be honest, this wasn't my first choice. My first choice was actually this unit, 806, because it was a very nice unblocked view. It didn't have the expressway view. It was the landed view and all that. But you could see it's like 50K, 60K more expensive. Then my wife somehow prefers this view. So okay let her win I told her I let her win, but actually in my mind I was thinking, wow, it's such a good deal. So okay go for it can't go wrong there. So sometimes we let the wife think that they decide but actually it's all us. Okay, so on that note, I felt that pricing was hard to go wrong. She liked it. We made an offer. Because I was aware of this listing. We wanted to view this unit. We were aware that they sold at 890. So I kind of pressured the seller to accept our offer at same price, 980, same fair price. Somehow the house wasn't renovated at all. House wasn't renovated. So point one, what I want to bring across today is the fact that if you see a good deal in the market, don't overthink. Don't ask whether, this one got someone passed away in the house or not. Is this a divorce case or not? It does not matter. Okay, if you believe so much in those, I cannot blame you but you buy a house, you start afresh, you bring the energy, the aura belongs to you and your family, you control. Okay, and when you buy so cheap, it's very easy to have a very happy aura for the next 3 years. Okay, so that's something. See something, good deal, go for it. Okay, don't overthink, someone else will go for it. Okay, now eventually, right, I bought in 12th June, right? This is the unit, 1114. I sold it just a few weeks ago, all right? And sold it for a profit of 300K. Bought it at 900, sold it for 1.2, okay? Now, you can see that everyone else in the condo also made around 300K. So what's so special, right? What's so special was the fact that I bought from a resale market, whereas the rest bought from the developer. And they have been holding on for 10 years, 11 years, only to make 300K. I bought 3 years before, and I also made the same, which kind of, made my annualized return 3 times higher than average. Okay, and in fact, it's the record holder Now that's another topic for another day. It's like when to exit. So I exited knowing that the market will, well, hopefully, the market will still continue on its bull run today because it's shortage of supply. And one of the few factors was really the fact that I entered at a very good price. Not to say that there's no good price units in the market today, because right after this, I purchased another resale property using the same framework. Okay, so I would rate the entry price, 10 minutes, just talking about entry price. Bear with me, guys. Okay, entry price, really top. I would rate my own purchase 5 out of 5 in terms of the entry price. Okay, but everything else wasn't so good as this. Because really, it was, I remember acting very fast. Good deal, hard to lose money, go for it. Below market value. Okay, so if you see something, you see your agent telling you, hey, this is a good value, and they show you facts and figures, go for it. Okay. Now, the second point I would bring up would be layout. Another factor that's very important in choosing a unit is the layout. This is the exact layout of the unit I've been staying in for the past 3 years. Okay, bought at 900, sold for 1.2. What's important is you've got, okay, not important, the facts, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, and that, where's my cursor? Cursor. Okay, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, and then you've got the living room, which is a lateral layout. It's not your longish layout. I thought I preferred this layout. This is subjective. Like I said, I thought I preferred this layout, but over the years, I don't really like how, the layout is too rectangular, separates, my wife watch TV, I do work, we don't see each other, but maybe that's good. So don't disturb me, or I don't disturb her. Okay, then after that, your balcony also will have, was across the entire living room. Now, this is a very family-friendly layout, and the developers built this as an EC. They know the target audience are families. The most important factor in this house, layout, was this. The utility room, the linen, all right? For you to have a spare storeroom, utility room, linen area, to do your laundry area and all that is very important if you understand who your demographics of your buyers are. If this is a 2-bedroom, maybe you don't need a storeroom because buyers usually young couples, small families and all that. But 3-bedroom usually will attract smaller families, maybe 1, 2 kids and all that. But as they grow, got helper and all that, need their own space. This is very important space. All right. Even for me, I've got just me and my wife, our 2 cats. We don't need such a big space, but eventually we got storeroom. We still use storeroom. Now, and this was a big factor for my buyer. The person I sold to shared with me saying that they were expecting their first child after so long. Then they felt that their current house, which is another condo in the area, they felt that the master room bath wasn't as big as theirs, so they couldn't imagine themselves having bath time with the child in their current unit. So they wanted to buy this instead because of this, and also they were expecting a helper to come in as well. So they wanted a helper to have their own quarter rest area. So layout-wise, I would rate 4 out of 5. But layout, the internal, I would rate 4 out of 5 purely on the layout alone. Because I don't really like the house itself. What do I mean? Let me show you. Let me cut this down. Okay. Now, here I am going to squish the floor. I can't hear the audio here, but as I squish, you can hear, that was how bad the developers settled the flooring. Every time I step out of the toilet, I can really hear. Those with the problem, you will know the laminate never installed properly one. And then after that, you can see the countertop. I drink coffee every day. Before I leave, I drink 3 cups already. So you can see the issue I have to deal with. Like this countertop, solid surface. Give quartz quartz, you won't have this issue. I hope, because my next house is quartz. Yeah. So and then you can see the hob, you can see my cat, you can see, everything is peeling off. If I'm going to be buying this house all over again, I think this time I will want to renovate the entire house. That's it. I spent 13,000 only. 1-3 renovating the house. Haha. Okay. So, you see, the quality of the finish you know, when I was trying to sell the house, a lot of people say, oh, I have to renovate this, renovate that. Hey, just spend a few thousand, 10, 20,000 to renovate the house lah. Because down the road, buy the right property, you can make 100, 200, 300K one. Okay, so small money long term, short term, but big money long. You know what I mean? Spend a little bit, don't overspend. Okay, so you can maximize your returns down the road. Now, so quality of the finishes to me not important. Layout is more important actually. Okay, and then we've got these facilities that I rated 2 out of 5 only. Very bad, no? Why? Wait, no, I got the videos. So, condo facilities here. Now, this is the swimming pool area lah. Just the pool area, the aqua gym area, not the main pool. Main pool quite nice actually. But you can see like in between there's missing equipment. And I can tell you for the past 3 years, it's never fixed one. I remember there was votes, the MCST wanted to do votes to replace this entire area with like different kind of a pool or playground and all that. People vote no, I don't know why. They don't want to spend the money. They think they can keep the money for themselves. I don't know why lah, the project. And then after that, this is the function room. Function room very basic. You know, the flooring also is the same flooring. Not nice, not very inviting. Got piano, but I don't know whether piano tune or not. And then gym much to be desired because that's it. From left to right, you got that multi-activity machine thing, you got treadmill, you got nice view of the pool lah. That's it. Okay, so facilities not much, all right. But then over the years, I can tell you this condo always got problem one. This one side gate also got issue. Side gate also cannot open from if it's not 8 to 7. You cannot access the side gate. Okay, so it shows the quality of the facilities is not the best. But I can tell you, most people don't care. All right, because the layout makes sense, the price is good. All right, because honestly, 3 years I stayed there, I never used the facilities at all. Maybe got kids, different story. Okay, now moving on. Next would be exit strategy. Okay, now who would when I bought this property 3 years ago, I saw that we have this Tampines North, and they are people who will hit their 5 years MOP between 2023 to 2030 lah. Every other year there'll be, like for example, next year Green Ridges is going to MOP. Green Weave after that, Green View after that, Green Verge after that. Then this one, some even not even completed yet, still under construction. Okay, yeah, really, I'll show you. This is the view. We have Tampines. So you can see opposite still got construction. You can see the one is not construction. So that's Tampines North. Okay. Oh, in fact, I got another video of Tampines North. Yeah. See, this is Tampines North. That's Tampines North. That's Tampines North, and all that. Yeah. So you can see a lot of Tampines North being under construction. Now, these are people potentially will want to upgrade to a private property down the road, and they'll look nearest to them, of course, across the expressway in another town, is Pasir Ris, Belisa, NV Residence, Pallet, The Nest. So whatever they choose doesn't matter. But I knew that I have an unlimited catchment of potential buyers in future. For the next 10 years, I would have people who would hit their 5 years MOP, potentially wanting to upgrade to a private property because they sell their BTO, they got profits, right? Okay, and then we also have this next door. We've got all these small condos. In fact, one of the buyer that bought from me eventually came from one of these condos because he told me that his current 3-room, no store is now too small for his family. All right, he made good profit lah. Okay, not to say no store cannot make money, but he made good profit, so he's taking the profit to throw into the Belisa unit that he bought. He bought at record price. Until now, nobody beat that price yet, as to my knowledge. But he's willing to pay because he needs the size. Baby coming up already. By the time complete the transaction, baby 3 months old, so he needs to settle everything chop lah. But that said, you can see lah. Exit strategy, you have unlimited BTOs coming up. Unlimited BTOs coming up here. And then you've got another BTO estate, Costa Reyes. And then you have this entire condo area. You also have like a lot of landed owners here. Maybe they want to stay near their parents, and all that. I think the terrace here. Okay. So these are this would be my exit strategy, selling to upgraders. And the number of upgraders in the area, I haven't even talked about Punggol. Punggol and Sengkang upgraders also is another catchment. All right. So the exit strategy is quite high at 4.5. Layout 4.5. Why am I using this? Layout 4.5. Facilities, I really don't like the facilities in Belisa. I've only used the barbecue pit twice when I moved in, brought my cousins over, and when I moved out, brought my cousins over again, and that's it. I used the swimming pool twice. I used the gym quite a number of times, but every time I used the gym, I was thinking like, wow, if only there's more things. And then things breaking down in the facility, in the condo and all that, kind of dampened the feel. But that, I didn't care. When I first bought, I also knew. Even the agent, when they brought us along the facilities tour, he also said, oh, this one not much, this one not much. Facility, really not much. Okay, but what's important is entry price, layout, quality. But if you were to rank all of this, and then you get a healthy score, a very healthy score, I think, then why not? If you put everything 2 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 2 out of 5, whatever grading you want to use, whether it's out of 10, 15, 20, whichever, depending on how finicky you want to be, doesn't matter. As long as you get a good percentage, this is how you can compare objectively, especially when there's two decision makers, the husband and wife. Then you guys want to discuss, use this framework. All right, it's very hard to go wrong. I'm using this as a discussion with all of my clients over the past few years. But I've always focused on pricing, layout, and exit strategy. But sometimes, because the more I talk to my clients today, I realize that some of them feel that facilities is very important because they're buying for a lifestyle upgrade. Children will be the one using the facilities. I mean, if they're paying so much, why get substandard facilities, right? Yeah, so all this plays a part. And with that, I use the same 4 metrics again when I bought my next property. I'll share with you guys my journey in the purchase very soon. Just want to share with you, we walk the talk. All right, we tell our clients to upgrade to private property. We tell our clients to sell a BTO, move to a private property. I just sold my first condo, selling and buying a bigger private property, taking a bigger loan and all that. Understanding that, again, we cannot predict, but I understand where the fundamentals are today for private property and where the fundamentals today are for a HDB property. Back then I could still have taken action, sold my Belisa and downgrade to a HDB, fully pay off at the age of 34 this year. I had that option, but why? Knowing that HDB prices are going to drop later on again. Wow, 22 minutes already. Let's call it a day, guys. Thanks for watching. There'll be more content coming up over the next few weeks. I really appreciate you guys staying on. If you guys are still watching after 23 minutes, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions about your property journey, please drop me a text, 92709040. You can find the links on our website, herohomes.sg. Follow us on, you can see, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Elfie is very active on TikTok. Watch his TikToks on TikTok. And we are also on Spotify. Haven't updated Spotify in a few weeks. We'll do it soon, I guess. All right, and on that note, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.